Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We are ready for one final tune-up before the regular season begins. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. And the return will bring him to the 28-yard line. And that's where the offense will get going for the first time in this one. This is Travion Henderson. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Patriots first down. From out of the gun, they're going to run with Henderson. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. And in motion is Brown. They'll run, and this is Ramondre Stevenson. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. In some rhythm, with drives rolling, here's another 1st and 10. They'll go play action with May. First down throw there is incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
May to throw on second down. Headed left, buying time. And he'll only manage a couple here, so better than throwing it away, but now they are going to face third down.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
In motion goes Dobbs. Throwing on third down is May. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag down into the play, backed by the quarterback. Let's see.
Just take a look down on the sideline. You can see the coach is just losing their mind. It's third down. You force the incomplete pass. You're bringing up 4th down, and your rushers just have to find a way to avoid that late contact. And that late mistake here is going to cost them a fresh set of downs.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense. Still second down.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's May. To the left side, it's caught by Brown.
May's pass.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
Recovered by
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. This one from 52 yards away. And that one not going to have enough legs behind it. Not by a long shot. It is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Watson going to throw right away. And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Come to the line, got some work to do now. It is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. Boy, they nearly got him again. Does manage to get rid of this one before taking another sack.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now Sanders on 3rd and long. There's a screen set up for Judkins. And that one's going to be shut down. They are short of the line to gain. No first down, and the punt team will come on here on 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. And in motion is Brown. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. The Browns have it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score.
All right, so this is great teach tape for all the young quarterbacks out there. When you are in the pocket, you need to keep 2 hands on the ball at all times. You see guys, they're moving, they're scrambling, their eyes are downfield, and they lose track of the rush, you have to assume the defenders are going to attack the ball any chance they can. Secure it, two hands. Even if you take a sack, nothing is more important than the ball.
The extra point up and good by Schmidt. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. Now, following the touchdown, Schmidt back out there to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Campbell on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
They'll go again here with Stevenson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage as best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He was taken down behind.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Third and short. And here is May. And his receivers blanketed. He'll just throw this one away, and it brings up 4th down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. On 4th down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do. And Greg, after this one, it counts for real. Final preseason game. So what's the feeling like around the team in the locker room when you get to this point, the end of the preseason?
I think the biggest emotion is probably relief. I think especially for some of the older guys, Mike, it's did you get through healthy? Is your body right? And are you mentally ready for what's going to be a very long, turbulent, up and down? There's going to be a lot of good moments. There's going to be some bad moments. Are you physically and mentally ready for what an NFL season is going to be like? And I think that's what every guy in that locker room is asking themselves, taking inventory of their own checklist. So get through training camp, get through the dog days of camp, and get into a routine, get into the regular season practice schedule, and inevitably get to what matters the most, which is the games.
That 1st down run lost 3, so it'll be 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll finally just get rid of this one. Didn't want to take a chance. Good decision. It's incomplete. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. It is 3rd and long. They bring Judy in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. The pressure going to cave in on him. He will go down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Well, Jorquez on to punt, and the kick is away. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. Patriots heading out. There's a look there. Long-time, multi-time, and successful offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels. Josh made his return to the Patriots a successful one last year, helping to guide the young quarterback Drake May and take them to the AFC Championship. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and not going to be a lot of gain.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Catching the ball with one hand used to be a big deal. Everybody used to get all excited over these big splash highlight plays, but I feel like now we've kind of become numb to it. It's expected. This is what we're accustomed to seeing every single week, and I'll tell you what, they make it look easy.
Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stop him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Here's Bryce Barringer now. He's on for the 2nd time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Browns offense getting set to get back to work. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Marcus Jones is there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 9. So now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll look for somewhere to go, but the lanes are all closed up. He's going to wind up losing a yard.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. And we'll get a whistle. Stoppage. An injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's Corey Bojorquez now, as he is on to punt for Cleveland. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here. beginning with 1st and 10. Stevenson trying to push his way to the line of scrimmage. He's not going to get there. Stopped by the defense. That's a loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. It's the tight end Henry in motion. On 2nd down, it's May. And that is incomplete, but a flag is down back in the backfield. Did they hit the quarterback late?
Well, I mean, we see it every week. There is a conscious push to protect quarterbacks, Mike. I get it. They are the face. They are the stars of the league, and sometimes it can go a little bit too far, but this felt like the right call. It was close, but that's a late hit. It's going to draw a flag near every time.
43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Off the bootleg, here's May. And they're going to get to him and take him down back on the other side of midfield. Jared first. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. The left side, he's got Henry. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is. And he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch. And even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping them short of the sticks.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Browns offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Fake to Judkins. Now Sanders to throw. And mark him down up beyond the 30. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback. Like, they don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
Sanders now off the bootleg. That's out wide to Judkins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Pickup of the 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Cleveland.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. And what does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
And he'll get this up to the 44. Christian Gonzalez comes in for the tackle. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Shador. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
I had a rule, Mike, when I was playing that if the ball hit either of my hands, it was a drop. You don't get paid in the NFL to make the easy ones. You get paid in the NFL to make them all, and I think that's a catch he's got to come down with.
On third down, Sanders. Fought for and caught for the first down. It is a big play for the Browns. 32 yards.
That's another.
This is a really good job of just going up and snatching the ball with your hands. If you look around the league, there's like an epidemic of guys who want to catch the ball with their chest. Reach out, grab it. That was textbook.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run it with Judkins. Oh, what an effort from the defense. They forced their way in there, get the stop, and a loss of about 2 yards. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Sanders. Got his man at the 6. Here is Schmidt now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Browns move out on top, 14-0.
Patriots nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They're an early hold, 14-0. They'll start digging out soon. Begin this drive, 1st and 10. The play fake, it's May. That's Dobbs, open left side. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On play action, here's May. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
I could go on and on about the offensive line breakdowns with this pass protection, and it's been flat out brutal. And let's give some credit to the other side of the ball. They came in not only motivated to make a statement, but with a great game plan, and so far they've executed it to a T.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's May. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Here's the punter now. He's on to punt it for the fourth time tonight. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. He'll get this to Concepcion on the RPO. Just a short pickup there on 1st and 5. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Sanders. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throw, it was clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
They're going to put a man in motion to the right. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's their punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense make their way out to take over once more. They're an early hole, 14-0. Gotta start digging out soon. We'll begin this drive, 1st and 10. In motion goes Dobbs. On 1st and 10, here's May. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. On the carry, it's Stevenson. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
In motion goes Dobbs. We'll go right back to Stevenson. We'll get this to about midfield. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And in motion is Brown. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. First down and more. He's inside the 35. A terrific run there. All the way down to the 30-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. First down, New England. And we're not going to have another snap here. First quarter will come to an end. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football as they've got it with first and 10. May gonna look to throw. He'll drop this one down to Stevenson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Browns' 25-yard line.
The RPO, they'll get it to Brown. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. They'll go play action with May. He'll get this out wide. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? What a critical flag. Roughing the passer. It sets up first and goal. Out of the gun, here's May. And that's going to be incomplete. But now a marker comes flying in late behind the line of scrimmage. Might we get a roughing the passer call here?
Yeah, so they dial up the blitz, and they know that ball needs to come out in a hurry. But as a linebacker, you just have to understand, once that ball is out, you've got to pull off.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, New England.
Mike, I can't tell you how many times I've heard offensive line coaches, run game coordinators, they stand up there and they tell these backs, we're going to try to get a hat on a hat. We're going to try to keep as many of these guys off you as we can, but we can't block them all. You need to be your own blocker as a running back down on the goal line. Hit it, no hesitation, run with pad level and power, and punch it in.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Patriots 7.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's going to be stopped here, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Not sure what this one is about.
Automatic first down.
Good play calling rhythm. Drive continues. Another 1st and 10. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
At the 30-yard line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now the former Vol, Dylan Sampson. Nothing. Met at the line of scrimmage. No gain. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. Kevin Byard, the veteran who's broken up a few passes in his day, gets to that one.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Ramondre Stevenson and the Patriots getting set for their next drive. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. He'll get this out to the left flat. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, May. And time runs out there. He just airmails it towards the bench. Incomplete. Sense a little frustration there. It brings up 3rd down.
It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. The defensive pressure was stifling, forcing him to throw it away, and it brings up 4th down. Sean Booty, the one he was looking for, and now it's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Browns offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On play action, Shador. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. Intended for Harold Fanning. It'll be second down.
It's now second and 10.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
He finds Judy on that one. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Sanders on third down. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 21. It's a Browns first down.
41-yard line.
Play action. It's Sanders. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They go play action with Sanders. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They'll take over
now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. On first down, they'll start out with Stevenson. Wow, look up, see defender all over him. Stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
He'll just chuck this one to the sideline. Receiver in the area, so no grounding, but it's third down.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision, just throw the ball away.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. On comes the punter now. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. The Browns offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Approach defense. Still first down.
on the ground. It's Sampson to start this drive. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Brought down by Craig Woodson. A gain of a yard. Brings up second down at the 29-yard line.
Come to the line for 2nd and 4. He'll stay on the ground with Sampson. Ooh. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Sampson. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
On 2nd down, Sanders. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. The veteran safety, Kevin Byard, getting in there to make the play.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense...
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. The Browns getting their punting team out there.
For the Browns.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. A run here with Stevenson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing now is May. Pass caught right side by Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
A gain of 36
What a big
yards.
play there for New England. 36 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 7. In motion goes Dobbs. On 2nd down, it's May. Looking middle, and he's got booty. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
And
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Trying to find A.J. Brown. It'll be second down.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find a throwing lane, and it sets up fourth down.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And remember, Mike, he missed his only field goal earlier, so he had to sit and think about this for quite a while, but no issues on this one, right down the middle.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Sanders. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the 1st down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
On 2nd down here, Sanders. This throw left is complete with Jeudy. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Shador. He's hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Hunting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. Now the return. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's May to throw it on 1st down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Trying to find A.J. Brown. It'll be second down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Working out of the gun. It's May. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Patriots first down.
First down.
You know, Mike, the signing of Romeo Dobbs, it surprised me a little bit. I always thought he was a good player, but when you look from a production standpoint, never went over 750 yards in any season back with the Packers. And, you know, here's New England going out of their way to go out and sign him. So clearly believe he can take that next step and become a big-time weapon for him.
To throw on first down is May. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. That's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line. And if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Second and long coming up. To throw is May. He'll locate his big target, Henry, over the middle. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff it on 4th down.
Oftentimes, these critical downs come down to who executes the best. And in this case, Mike, the defense executed when it mattered the most. Big 4th down stop, and now they're going to get the ball back.
The Browns offense ready for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Sanders. Left side brought in by Concepcion. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. There's a give up the middle for Sampson. And he is buried in the backfield. Loss of a couple.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On 3rd down, Sanders. Oh, a loose football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Ramondre Stevenson and the Patriots getting set for their next drive. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's May. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Complete to number 44. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. Here's a toss, right side. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
In motion goes Dobbs. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's May. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Out of the gun, here's May. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
In motion goes Dobbs. May to throw on 2nd down. He's hit after the catch and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
Hit as he throws, that one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good 3rd down stop, and it sets up 4th down. And the Patriots ready to kick it away. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Browns offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Sanders to throw. Now here comes the screen to Sampson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. In trouble, and down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
And this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever, you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
Not fun here. 3rd and a lot. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane, and it sets up 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Here's Drake May and the rest of the New England offense as they get back to work. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. Off the bootleg. Here's May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. He's ripped down at the end. Looked like a face mask indeed. The flags are thrown.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Man in motion is Brown. Throwing on 2nd down. May. That one pulled in by Brown. New England going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw now. May. That's caught by Miller. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, New England.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
May to throw again. Flush to his right. Good blocking, and he's in. Drake May. Touchdown, Patriots.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Borregales now for the extra point. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. Good job in coverage. They're going to get them down short of the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2, and we'll start this drive with 1st and 10. Sanders, little pop pass here. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Brought down by Craig Woodson. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. Toss to the left, and Sampson. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Third down, they need 5. From the gun, it's Sanders. Pressure all around him, and down he goes.
And that just has to be demoralizing for this offense. I guarantee one of the first things they talked about during the break was slowing down the pass rush. So needless to say, that's not what they want to see.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
34-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing is May. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
And now 3rd, they only need 2 yards. Throwing now is May. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Patriots ready for the punt.
For the Patriots.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line.
1st and 10.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Now Shador on 1st down. That's out wide to Judkins. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They bring Judy in motion. On 1st down, here's Sampson. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They run straight ahead with Judkins. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Third and 7. To throw is Sanders. There's Concepcion. It's complete. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. From the gun, a give to Judkins. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. This drive rolling now, another 1st and 10. They bring Judy in motion. On the ground, it's Raheem Sanders. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Now, another 1st and 10. They bring Judy in motion. Throwing now, Sanders on 1st down. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
It's 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, receiver coming around. He's got the pop pass.
KC Concepcion, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Automatic 1st down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That'll be incomplete with a penalty flag down. It looked like someone was across early.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Shador. That is caught in the end zone. He's got it. KC Concepcion. Touchdown, Brown.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Schmidt now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns will up the lead to 5.
Browns 21, Patriots 16.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Patriots take
Here's
over
Drake May
first
and the rest
10
of the New England offense as they get back to work. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Drive will start on the ground. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun. It's May. Now he takes off. He'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage, but not by much. Might have only gained a yard. Now it is 3rd down.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain there of 20. Good for a Patriots first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is May. That's Dobbs open left side. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
3rd down.
Here's May. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
They'll go. Here's May. That's taken in. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Good start to this drive so far. Another 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Miller. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Rickie's saying, I am ready for some regular season carries. He's got a first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and While some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he'll be forced out of bounds, just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford
to the goal line and in. Hey, Sean Booty. Touchdown, New England. So now May and the Patriots going to line up and go for 2.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try to pick this up with a run. And he is not able to get to the goal line, so they stop him, cannot bump the lead up to 3. It remains a 1-point game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Tylan Wallace now on the return. Uh-oh. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and Shedeur Sanders getting set for their next possession. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. They'll throw on first down with Sanders. A short one that is caught by Fannin.
To Harold Fannin. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle goes Judkins here. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game. Force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
3rd and 2. Now Sanders. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find a throwing lane, and it sets up 4th down.
All right, so in these 3rd and short, 3rd and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league might kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have 4th down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete. Just brings up a challenging 4th down decision.
The Patriots offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. We'll start the drive with Miller. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. Room to run at the 40. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
First down, Patriots.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. This will be 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's May. And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Sanders going to try to run with it. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. He'll air it out deep. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
The Patriots offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. On the ground, it's Miller. And he'll maneuver his way down to the 44. Grant Delpit up to make the play. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Malik Collins makes the stop.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Now, May, hit as he throws. That one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good 3rd down stop, and it sets up 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out. Not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The Browns offense and Shedeur Sanders getting set for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll start this on the ground with Sanders. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
14-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground with Sanders. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Now Shedeur will try and set up the tight end screen. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, out comes the punter, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. He's to the 45. That's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Douglas in motion. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Ronnie Hickman is there on the stop. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
Ronnie Hickman on the tackle. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
I think the decision of whether or not you kick the field goal or keep your offense on the field, Mike, comes down to, do you have a play on your call sheet you love? Do you have a critical down, 4th down play that you know is going to work? Because if you do, now's the time to dial it up, be aggressive, and extend this drive.
They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Pats' 1st down. It'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2.
A gain of 5.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
They'll run with Gilliam. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This will be a 2nd down and 6. Here's a handoff to Miller. And no room to be found. He'll get this back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. This is 3rd and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And this one incomplete. On 3rd down, they cannot connect.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
A 29-yard attempt.
Oh, looked like he mishit it. He missed that one from short range. No good. And they'll remain out front by 1.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Browns offense back onto the field for their next possession. On the ground, here's Sanders to start the drive. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Come to the line for 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Sanders. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. I'm going to save some of those for the regular season. That's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
fake to Judkins. Now Sanders to throw. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. This one not quite on target. A little too much, and that one falls incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Overrun him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. And they go backwards here again. The defense stands tall, and it's 4th down.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
At their own 30-yard line.
Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
49-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. Give them 14 on that one. 1st down, New England.
You know, Mike, in some ways, I liken fullbacks to kind of the modern-day tight end. They're the ones that are willing to do a little of the dirty work on most plays. So every once in a while, it is so good to see them rewarded and have a chance to be the guy who delivers and converts on 3rd down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A run, this is Gilliam. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
May to throw on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete, but there's a flag back in the backfield where the quarterback is. They may have got him after he released the ball.
And it's sometimes, Mike, it just comes down to the little things, right? We spend all game talking about these big, elaborate play schemes, and it often comes down to the team that just doesn't hurt themselves. They don't make critical mistakes, and here's a costly one, and it's going to give them 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs.
It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So they come to the line, second down, they need 14 yards. May gonna look to throw. That's gonna be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's gonna force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And this lead will stay right where it is.
There's an old saying in golf, Mike, that when you're on the green, never up, never in. In this case, the ball's on target. It just didn't have enough steam to get there. Winds up no good.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Sanders now off the bootleg. Open man is the tight end, Stoll. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, here's Sanders. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Sanders. And nothing materializes there. Just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. See what they have for 2nd and 10. They bring Judy in motion. And the defense all over that one. They stop him. There is no gain.
taken down.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
On third down, Sanders. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Well, Jorquez on to punt, and the kick is away. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is made, and that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Give on the ground, and this will not out the cause. He's going backwards. He was tackled back at the 8.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Throwing on third down is made. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Now a fair catch is taken here, just short of the 45-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. On the ground, it's Sanders. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Dak's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
From the gun, it's Sanders. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down.
You have to wonder, Mike, how are those previous mistakes he made earlier in the game still lingering in the back of his mind? You can tell he's being a little bit more conservative. He doesn't want to risk throwing a 3rd interception and kind of just throws this one away.
That one caught by Royer. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Straight ahead, it's Sanders. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Sanders. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
7-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now with Sanders. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They need one right now. 3rd and long. He's just been under constant pressure. Hit as he got rid of it. They rule it an incomplete pass.
I think that's the sign of a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's already got 2 picks on the day. Certainly doesn't want to throw a 3rd. So good decision. Just throw it away.
So now a big spot coming here. This one he's got to have. And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And the deficit will stay right where it is.
And that's really where you see the highs and lows of this game, Mike. I mean, on one sideline, celebration, hands in the air. The other, disappointment. That's a tough one to stomach. I mean, you've got a chance here to take the lead late, and you can't convert.
Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he'll take this forward for about 5.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. A run up the middle with Miller. The defense all over that one. They'll come up with a stop, and it's no gain.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they're in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
Miller, the ball carrier. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Browns offense starting to trot out for this next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now it's Sanders. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
And he just does manage to get rid this one hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up third down.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
From the gun, it's Shador. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
On now the punt team, and this one's on its way. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Patriots offense ready to get back to work. They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's May. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Third and short, and here is May. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Browns offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start this on the ground with Sanders. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll keep it on the ground with Sanders. And he can barely get out of the starting block. Stopped in the backfield for a second straight play.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
Slot man gonna move in motion left. He's just been under constant pressure. Hit as he got rid of it. They rule it an incomplete pass.
He was defended by Christian.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the third and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
We'll send out the punt team, and the kick's away. Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football.
First and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
They'll try to run with their fullback. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is May. Open man, Demario Douglas. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
Patriots.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super concerned. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's May. Looking middle, and he's got booty. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. What a little inside draw with their fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And this lead will stay right where it is.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
The Browns offense ready to take over once again. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Not much happening there, just a short gain. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 41. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Sanders. And he gives that yard right back, dropped before the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Sanders will throw it. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. We're all set to kick this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to take over once more. They'll run with Gilliam. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 21, here's second down and 4. They gonna hold on to this one. They will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
Yeah, just not a whole lot you could do there. I mean, it's a zone read play, Mike, and the defense just really has everybody accounted for. One defender has the back, another defender has the quarterback, and once you have those two guys taken away, there's not a whole lot to do.
A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go.
And now here comes the punt team. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground, here's Sanders to start the drive. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Once again, it's Sanders. An attack is going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
On first down, it's Sanders. That's taken in by the tight end, Royer. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Sanders. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Sanders. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. The Patriots offense headed back to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's May. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
And we got a big 3rd down coming up here, Mike. They got a chance with a conversion to possibly get this under the 2-minute warning, put this defense in a position where they have to start using their timeouts.
Well, they come to the line. Not an easy one to convert. 3rd and very long. He'll try and get there on the ground. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come. 4th down is looming.
It's 4th down.
We're about ready now for the punt.
Formation for the Patriots.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
You know, we can sit up here all day long and critique the quarterback, and you can see his eyes aren't downfield. He's a little jittery in the pocket. But with the amount he's been sacked and hit today, Mike, I can't say I really blame him.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Sanders to throw. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Sets up a 3rd
Great
down
job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Now Sanders on 3rd and long. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
And what a stop by this defense. They know the opposing offense has to go for it right now. There's not enough time for them to get the ball back and get another crack at it. They're trying to get in field goal range, and what a fourth down stop to all but end this game.
Again, they'll try to power forward with their fullback. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. They finish the preseason on an up note. Now they'll have a couple weeks to get ready for the season opener coming in September. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we wish you a good night from Cleveland.